picking the right high-ticket service or product to sell. Prior to this point, I've helped you put together an online conversion platform. I have helped you put together, using the power of reverse engineering, the website and messaging platform that you need to turn your traffic into cold hard cash. The next step is to figure out how to sell the right product or service to your list. Here are the steps that I follow. When you start segmenting users, don't focus on sales. The first thing that you need to do is when you are building your website and you're building your mailing list, do not focus on sales. Focus instead on segmentation. This means you have to create a system where your users will segregate themselves. The name of the game is to get rid of information seekers who don't want to buy anything. That kind of traffic is useless to you. You set up $1 items or cheap services. The key is to get as many of your list members to sign up for these so you can then qualify them for additional sales later on. Optimize your messaging to maximize trust. Pay attention to your open rates. Do you notice that some of your emails get a lot more responses and opens than others? Do you notice that some of your emails do not get that many opens, but they get a lot of clicks? You have to slice and dice this data so you can come up with a great combination of high open rates and high internal email click rates. It may seem impossible at this point, but the more experiments you do by focusing on your most successful emails, the closer you will get to that great combination. Pay close attention to what your community demands. Give your community members an opportunity to tell you what to do. You should do this on your social media accounts. You should do this on your website. You should do this through a specially designed, incentivized engagement system for your email. Regardless of how you do it, you need to do it. You need to ask them what it is they would like in terms of content, promotions, products, services. Please understand that there's a big difference between what people say and what they do. You have to always cross-reference whatever suggestions and recommendations you get from your customer base with their actual behavior. If they keep saying that they like a certain type of content, but you notice that when they go to pages that contain that content, they bounce out, they may be telling you something else. They may be telling you that you may be publishing a certain type of content, but it's not that precise content that they're looking for. This is a serious hint that you should pay close attention to. You should investigate it further. They may be looking for some sub-niche or some sort of specialized content that is closely related to the content you already have. That's why your pages have such a traffic pattern. It's not like people are not interested in the content. They are. They're clicking through, but they're not staying. This is where a little bit of engagement can go a long way. Think of it like some sort of detective story. Pick the most credible yet highest value product or service you can offer. High ticket sales is all about offering the very best. People are not looking for second best. People are not looking for a bargain, if you think about it hard enough. They're looking for the best. This means that you have to engage with your community long enough for them to tell you what you should be selling. Believe it or not, your list members will tell you. They know what they're looking for. In the case study that I mentioned about the MBA program, I was told which graduate programs are the most popular in China. When I took action on that and changed the direction of my content production and editorial policy, my conversion rates went through the roof. Your community eagerly wants to tell you the answers you need to make more money. The only question is, are you willing to stop and listen? Think beyond commission payouts. As I have mentioned in an earlier video, you have to look at the big picture of what you're doing. It's very easy to get blinded by high commission rates. It's very easy just to zero in on that point where you sell a $5,000 service or merchandise package to your customer off your mailing list. It's very easy to just focus on that and then move on to the next customer. If you're doing that, you're wasting your list. I can't emphasize that enough. That person who bought $5,000 of services or products from you can easily do the same if you convince them of another product or service in the future. That's how you make real money with your list. Each and every name on that list wants a relationship with you. Don't blow that relationship using a one-time, big-time mindset. If you think they benefited you by buying a $5,000 item, you haven't seen anything yet. That's just the beginning of the relationship. Keep building that trust. Focus on building and maintaining credibility with your high-ticket sales client base. Treat each and every one of those names like they are made of gold.